You are listening to Christian Audio's production of The Insanity of Obedience, Walking with Jesus in Tough Places, by Nik Ripken. This book is read by Geoffrey. This audio recording was produced in 2015 by Christian Audio, which owns the copyright. No portion of this recording may be reproduced for any reason without prior written consent from Christian Audio. This edition issued by contractual arrangement with B&H Publishing Group, originally published in English as The Insanity of Obedience, Walking with Jesus in Tough Places, copyright 2015 by Nik Ripken, all rights reserved. Please visit christianaudio.com, facebook.com/christianaudio, or twitter.com/christianaudio to offer your impressions of this work and to explore additional titles. Forward by Brother Andrew. Warning: this is a difficult book, not because it is hard to listen to, but because it makes me uncomfortable, radically uncomfortable. This book will turn your life upside down. In fact, I recommend you read it on your knees. Because of missionaries, careers as well as short-termers, mission-sending agencies, church leaders, those who support missionaries and mission agencies, plus all who pray for missionaries, truly take this book to heart, there will be an incredible harvest for the kingdom of God. Yes, the insights in this book are that radical, and this radical message is for every follower of Jesus Christ. When I read Nik's first book, The Insanity of God, I didn't like the first half very much. I'm just being honest. Like most people, I like stories of success and victory. Nik had a testimony of defeat. How else do you describe beginning your ministry in a nation with 150 believers and ending it 6 years later with just 4? No, we want stories of triumph. Start with 4 and grow a church to 150, or better 1,500, or 15,000. That's a story that sells. Then everyone wants to know your secrets of success and imitate your formula. Yet it was in defeat, following the death of their teenage son on the mission field, that God took Nik and his wife Ruth on a journey of discovery. God didn't lead them to a seminary or a megachurch leadership conference. Rather, he took them to more than 70 countries where Christians are persecuted, often severely. Nik met believers who spent years in prison because of their faith or who had family members martyred. Under such oppression, the church survived, often thrived, and in China exploded in unprecedented growth. For over a dozen years, Nik has done in-depth interviews with more than 600 believers in persecution. In the process, he's learned what victorious faith looks like in spite of circumstances. That journey of discovery forms the second half of Nik's first book. It left me wanting more. I needed to know what this means to us. How do we, particularly in the Free West, take this incredible body of knowledge learned in the crucible of suffering and apply it to our missionary efforts? That's the question this book answers. To explain the impact of Nik's books on me, I need to tell a personal story. In my office, I have a photo. It was taken in 2002 in a hotel in the midst of a radical Muslim region. 2 men are with me, smiling for the camera. They're dressed simply, in indigenous clothing. They'd come secretly to my hotel after midnight to tell me their story. For security reasons, I identify them only as S and Q. S was a handsome young man with a nicely trimmed black beard. His English consisted of saying, "Hi, my name is S," so he spoke through a translator. S was raised in a very religious home. His grandfather was an imam. His father was an imam. 2 of his brothers were imams. He memorized the entire Quran in Arabic, even though that was not his native language. S became an imam, taught religion at a government school, and regularly led prayers at the neighborhood mosque. The teaching job gave S access to a library where he made a valuable discovery. Among the many books covering Islam were volumes about Hinduism, Buddhism, and Christianity. Another imam, recognizing
Sample complete. Ready to continue?